Sleepy Hollow Senior High School. 4 years ago on Halloween, 5 students vanished in the night. The case has never been solved. The latest in a long line of mysterious disappearances dating back to the 1600s. In the next half hour, we examine the mystery of the missing students, the history of local legends, and maybe, just maybe, find the truth behind the curse of Sleepy Hollow. Washington Irving grew up here. It wasn't called Sleepy Hollow then, of course. Some folks think the legend of the Headless Horseman sprang from Irving's imagination and only gained local notoriety after the story of Ichabod Crane was published. But if you come out and examine the old church records, come out here to the cemetery and examine some of the headstones, you'll notice that a lot of young people died and that a lot of headstones mark empty graves. Washington Irving didn't create the legend. The legend created him.
Sleepy Hollow isn't just a legend. It's for real. Tonight when we're going, I want you to take a listen. Take a real good listen. They say you can hear him in the woods. The gallop of his horse, the swish of his blade. I want you to listen real good tonight.
This whole area is Indian burial grounds. Some of the fiercest battles of the French-Indian War were fought right here. When Washington Irving said his stories here, he had a lot of materials to draw from. A headless horseman riding through the night on his jet black steed, beheading innocent travelers as they ride to and from the town of Sleepy Hollow. He carries a flaming lantern and is particularly associated with the time of the harvest, hence the pumpkin. Just 4 years ago, 5 students from Sleepy Hollow High disappeared in these woods. Shannon, Z, Bobby, Diana, well-known names in the town of Sleepy Hollow.
Your little prank last night, Z, could cost you destruction to state property, physical and emotional damage to a fellow student. Shannon, you're not too far behind. Both you and Diana have been caught on school grounds with a controlled substance for the second time, which I know is something you're not selling in the parking lot, right, Z?
Nah, I'm cool.
I'm sure.
Shannon, who recently moved to Sleepy Hollow. She'd been caught hacking into the school mainframe. She also hacked into the central bank. She had transferred $20,000 to her parents' account before she was caught. Z, who has been in and out of the juvenile justice system for years. He was raised by his uncle, an older cousin, a construction worker, and an army man. Bobby, Z's girlfriend, arrested for knife brawls on school grounds. Diana, she had a flirtatious reputation at school and an appetite for older men.
What did I just say to you guys? Huh? I said cool down. It's gonna be a long school year if we can't get along. Got it?
Take your hand off her ass.
Did you say got it? I'm talking to you, mister.
All right.
Got it. Say got it.
Got it.
Good. Now, where's Jay?
I don't know. He's in detention. He'll probably be out in about 5.
All right, guys, you know the drill. You sign a voucher at the end of the day. No voucher, no senior prom. Understand?
Yeah.
All right, now I can take most of you in my car.
We're on our way to Sleepy Hollow Park grounds right now, where the students disappeared. We're still driving. We're on our way. It's around here somewhere. Pretty sure, I guess. Did you know the missing students?
Which ones?
The students who went missing.
Oh, them.
Tell me about Diana.
Who?
Diana Palmer, one of the students who went missing.
Oh, she was... I don't really remember her.
Tell me about Mr. E.
Mr. E. Larry. The sexual harassment charges. They dropped them. Her word against his, and they believed him. I don't think he had any business as a guidance counselor.
Why is that?
He was the type who could use some counseling of his own, if you know what I mean.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Did you know the missing students?
Yeah, I knew a few of them. Actually, I didn't know them. Some of them were in my classes. I knew the one girl.
Which one?
The wench.
Diana?
Yeah, I think that's her name. Didn't like her very much.
Tell me about Diana.
She was a troublemaker. Just couldn't stand her. Had to set her straight a few times with my boyfriends.
Did you know Diana filed sexual harassment charges against Mr. E?
Yeah, but lying little tramp. Larry was nothing like that.
Larry? How well did you know Mr. E?
Well, he was just a really good guy. He knew...
Did you have a relationship with Mr. E?
Yeah, everybody knew about Kim and Mr. E, and Diana and Mr. E. Mr. E was a real nutjob, a sick lizard. 15-year-old girls, can you imagine that? I don't know what that SOB had on the school board, but if it had been anybody else, their butt would have been fired like a rocket and sent straight to the slammer.
Mr. E? Larry? Change your mind?
Mr. E used to be a guidance counselor at Sleepy Hollow High. He too disappeared with the students 4 years ago. Now Mr. E had a brother named Jimmy E, and Jimmy E recorded an album called Touch Jimmy's E. Now the first track in this album, called Turn It On, was recorded exactly 1 year after his brother disappeared, on October 31st. Now if you play it regularly, it sounds like this. But if you separate the vocal track and play it backwards, it sounds like this. Oh yes! You can clearly hear it! Listen right there! I can learn Now, we add another suspect to the list.
Yeah, baby, touch it. Oh. Hello. Oh, so you're here to talk about my missing brother, Larry E. Didn't really know the fellow. My twin brother. Called me once. I told him to peace off. He was going out to L.A., I believe. That's all I'll remember about him. You know, quite an odd fellow. I heard about him and those students at that high school. What was it? Sleepy Hollow? That's what it was, yeah. Don't blame the fellow, really. Some of those young girls nowadays are rather young and supple, you know. But, you know, to each their own. I've got my album to sell. Have you heard it? It's called Touch Jimmy's E.
Did you know any of the other students?
Reginald was in one of my history classes. He called himself Z, sat in the back of the classroom whenever he actually bothered to show up. He kept to himself, very intense, very intimidating. He'd been in juvenile hall a lot over the years, but nothing ever seemed to stick. He was like Teflon Man. They found his gun, a gun with his fingerprints on it, in the woods. A single bullet was left in the chamber, shells all over the place.
Do you think he killed his classmates?
Whenever he looked at you, you believed that he could do it.
Bah, bah.
The students, they disappeared in these woods. Everybody has their theories as to what happened to where and whom. I can read the papers, but I know what really happened. It's a dangerous place out in these woods. Bears and poachers. What have they been doing out here? What was that? Did you hear that? Come with me. I think I hear one of those kids. I think I see something. What the? What kind of filth is this?
This is the vineyard where the students arrived to perform their community service. 2 cars were found, one right here and one exactly right here, but there were no batteries in the car. The batteries were found on the opposite side of the vineyard, destroyed. Mr. E went off in this direction looking for help. The others stayed here, alone, defenseless.
I don't trust him.
What? I don't trust either of y'all.
Dude, what are you doing with that thing?
Relax. I'm not the killer.
Don't look at me. I've been with her all day.
I'm not even an option.
Then who is?
Mr. E.
No way. He is not capable of this.
I'm just saying that if it's none of us, then it's someone else.
Man, how many more bullets you got for that thing?
I got 4 left.
It was this way! Mr. E ran down this trail. It's about 3 miles to the gas station up this way. So in the general vicinity around here, Mr. E was attacked and murdered. We know that because there are fresh hoof prints all along here around the time he went missing. Also, all around here, we found blood.
Hi, my name is Dale E. Wood, Jr. As a former reporter for the Sleepy Hollow Beacon, I know how easy it is for rumors to be spread. And I'm here to dispel those rumors. There was no abductions, missing persons. Never happened. Never will. I agreed to do this interview to inform the people that these things never, ever happened. It just isn't so.
But what about these articles, Dale? Articles of missing persons, students vanishing, and the headless horseman?
What's this tabloid crap? It looks filthy to me. Looks filthy, looks dirty. Oh. Wait a minute. It's a filthy magazine. And it just looks dirty to me right now. Can't stand filth. Well, man, it's hot in here. It's really getting hot in here. Hey, mind if I take off my shirt?
I would like that very much. I mean, if it makes you feel more comfortable with the interview, that is. In fact, I'll take off my shirt, too, just to make you feel comfortable. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that'll be good.
What were we talking about?
A headless horseman riding through the night on his jet black steed, beheading innocent travelers as they travel to and from the town of Sleepy Hollow. He carries a lantern, and sometimes a jack-o'-lantern. Or something like that.
Oh, yeah. The Headless Horseman. Yes. The newspapers always blow that out of proportion.
We were talking about the newspaper article you wrote. You know, the one about the Headless Horseman.
Editors like to insert sensationalism in these stories. This hard-hitting news, that's all they try to get. They expand upon decapitations and headless horsemen and missing persons. That doesn't mean it happened. The editor does it. I had nothing to do with it. I don't write sensationalism stories. I write the truth. That's what I get paid to do. Write the truth. Yeah, the editors of the paper wrote that headline. It had nothing to do with my story, man. My story was about rising property taxes in Sleepy Hollow. Had nothing at all to do with the story. I'm being set up here. I'm being set up here. I gotta calm down. Hey, man, you getting weed? Hey, is that a sheepskin rug over there?
Bah.
That really looked comfortable.
Bah.
Weed and sheep. Dynamite duo.
Bah.
Man, I love sheepskin rugs. Sheepskin and weed. What a dynamite combination. Just a dynamite combination. Bah! Bah! Who the hell are you?
I'm Jimmy E.
Jimmy E?
You
Who
know.
the hell's Jimmy E?
I'm a twin brother to Larry. You know. It's my new album, Touch Jimmy's E. You know, it's a play on words, really. Have you heard it? It's quite good, really.
No. Oh, man. I'm done. I'm done interview. I'm out of here. I'm done. Out of here.
All right, then. So here's my album. It's called Touch Jimmy's E. You know, it's a play on words, really. It's groovy music for groovy times, you see. You know, like the times you're about to have here on that sheepskin rug. What are you two up to? Oh my God, I'm in the den of iniquity.
You ever hear what they do with sheepskin rug around here?
But who is responsible for these murders? Could it be Z with his history of violence against women? Or the knife-wielding Bobby? Or Mr. E with his poor anger management skills? There's only one thing for certain. In Sleepy Hollow, nothing is for certain. What do you think happened?
Now, who knows? Those damn kids. The world is full of weirdos. Do you find me attractive?
Let's do 35-7.
Okay, what's that?
You just drop the hood, whip around the gun. Which one of you did it?
And you're gonna be...
That's the sound of the men working on the sets.
No, Ruben, give her to me. I'll take her. It's cool. Okay, here, give me the gun.
Give me Reuben!
You're doing it too fast. He's gonna burn out.
Wait till I get that head.
New for Scorpio Pictures and Ultramar, the George 2000. An improved camera crane system.
Does it really balance?
Yes, it does. And let me show you some of the features of it. A much taller 4x4.
Oh, interesting.
A much wider plywood base with adjustable legs. Never before seen on the Dale Zero.
Now,
but this is a stereo Nagra.
The record heads on the Nagra are hidden underneath this metal thing. Just pop the metal thing down. And now you're going to get sound.
The record head?
Head being the key word.
We would like to thank His Royal Highness Chris Arth for enlightening us idiots here.
This will be on the behind-the-scenes reel on the DVD. So.
There are some thorn bushes in the back. I was doing a bit of a nature walk and I kind of tripped and, well, ooh.
Well.
Come on, Reed. You're not a cameraman, I guess. What in the hell is...
Hey, is that for your comp?
He is like...
No. I'm shy. This is my best friend, Ruben. I call him Pops.
Don't get too close to him.
Put your hand in my back pocket.
Sorry, I'm Italian, okay? I can't believe you're actually doing that. You're not shooting all that, are you?
My name's George Stover, and I play Mr. Brizo in Sleepy Hollow High. Mr. Brizo is kind of an eccentric character, maybe even a little psychotic. He has an eye for the ladies. He doesn't get any respect from anybody. He kind of has a temper. He flares up. He's a really weird character. Maybe that's why Kevin wanted me to play him. Perhaps Kevin thinks I'm a little weird. I don't know.
Hi, welcome to France Productions, which is where I'm doing the CGI effects, title graphics, a little bit of sound mixing, things like that. This is where I work off of a Mac-based system to do blue screen effects that we shot in film and didn't quite work out. So what I have been doing for the last few days, lots of man hours, is frame by frame color correcting those blue screen sequences in order to incorporate it with the background plates to at least make it watchable within seconds of the final cut of the film. Currently, we are rendering some sequences here where Z flashes back to remembering that Justin's character has a mask very similar to the one of the killer. And as you can see, we are creating these effects in Adobe After Effects.
Once Kevin finishes the CG effects, he dumps them down onto Super VHS, and that's where I take over. In the beta suite here, where I've edited the bulk of the film, is just a couple of beta decks cut together with a DV deck for any dissolves or transition effects that we need. Once I get the Super VHS tape from Kevin, I dump that down to beta, and then I'm able to drop it into the body of the film. And right now I'm just doing the Z flashback scene. So let's have a look at that, shall we?
You know, I had dreams about you in your boxer shorts last night.
What a scrawny little punk.
I'm Wendy Donegan, and I play Diana in the movie. Diana is, I guess she's about 17 years old, and she's got some problems. And she likes, I guess she's kind of gotten busy with some of the teachers before, and in particular, there's Mr. E, who she affectionately knows as Larry. She kind of tried to hook up with him at some point, but he denied her, so that is a big kind of issue going on. I don't think she's used to being rejected, so she didn't like that too much. I had a really good time making the movie. It was interesting because I haven't had a whole lot of camera experience, so the first 2 days that we filmed it all, we did most of my scenes, and so that was really fun, and it was interesting as far as you know, like I said, I've done a lot of stage, so you know, it's very different when you're trying to create a character on camera. If you're like filming the end of the scene first, or just 2 lines at a time, and then you know, from a different angle. And then you're trying to keep in mind, you know, were my hands in my pockets, you know, continuity issues, you know, how's my hair, you know, what's going on in the scene. So it was a really great experience for me, and I had a really good time. I get beheaded pretty early on. Pumpkin Man whacks me. But I die pretty early. So I guess I'm in a fight scene, which was kind of fun. That added a little different dimension to my character. Then there's a scene in the principal's office, and then there's the big scene where I'm running around out in the woods, where it was very cold and very early in the morning. But the toughest thing with that, I guess, there was one scene, I don't know if in the movie, where when I go running up the hill and I actually finally see the Pumpkin Man, and there's the log right there, and I'm looking at the Pumpkin Man. When we filmed it, the slope was, we'd had a lot of rain, and there was like, it was just so slippery, and I was barely holding on, and I thought I was going to fall the whole time. So I think the fear on my face was more, I hope I don't fall, than actually, but I tried to focus on the Pumpkin Man. But literally the next day my arms were so sore, because that was the only thing that was keeping me from falling down the hill.
Hi, I'm Reuben Brown. I play the role of Z in Sleepy Hollow High. I'm an arrogant little character, angry man. I'm abusive, I'm brash, I sell drugs. That's basically, Kevin thought, you know, this is what I was in high school, and well, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, seriously. I'm basically one of the 2 male leads. We're just going around in the woods, and somebody's killing us, all of us, one by one. This is a great movie, you know, it really was. It was hilarious the way, you know, there's little jokes here and there, kind of subtle different things, you know, that sort of stuff. Some things that didn't quite make it in, I don't know, some unusual gestures or something like that. But who knows? You know, it was a great movie. You know, I had loads of fun. I must admit, though, it was very cold on a few occasions. One of my most memorable scenes had to have been the campfire scene when I was fighting Mr. Pumpkin Man. We did all kinds of things in there. The final thing that we came to, of course, was me running into camera, getting grabbed, getting smacked around, and then kind of thrown off camera, and basically all the stunt work was done by myself. I take after Mr. Chan for that. I'd used no stuntman. It was all me. It was me constantly throwing myself to the ground, abusing myself, getting mud all over my clothes. The fake blood was fun. The fake blood was loads of fun. I, all this caked blood all over myself, and well, on occasion we weren't able to go back to this location or that location, so I was actually going around in public, caked in blood. It was hilarious. I'm driving home in traffic. Anyway, let's see. It was very late one night. We were out till about 2:30, 3 in the morning. Great big campfire. It was okay once you were next to the campfire. The problem is the majority of the time when Antonio and I were warming up and we're doing our fight scenes next to the campfire, well, away from the campfire, it was just, I was constantly throwing myself to the ground. There was this thing he did on one occasion. I'm not sure if we actually got it on tape or not, but he was standing at a distance from me and I was supposed to come rushing at him, and then he was going to throw his hand out and catch me by some sort of telekinetic force, and I'm he's got me by my throat, and he kind of goes like this, then he kind of goes like this, then he kind of pitches me over there, and basically I'm like a marionette, and I'm just kind of I'm over here, and then I'm over there, and then I kind of just come flying at an angle. I hope I didn't do. Another thing that was just completely crazy was running through the woods. That was pretty good. We did enough scenes and that sort of stuff. But I think something that Kevin remembers specifically, as do I, is the entire cast beating the crap out of his car. I feel bad about that, I really do, and I apologize to him as much as I could. In fact, I've actually made efforts to try and see if I can get his car replaced, or at least some parts, if not just painted. But, well, there's one scene in the opening, one of the opening scenes, where I'm sitting on the hood of the car, and while we're between takes, I kind of went down into it. There was another spot where I was running in complete panic out of the woods. My girlfriend just got her head cut off. That's when I got sprayed with blood and everything. I'm running out, and I have to dive across his hood, but, well, I'm not exactly the most svelte of individuals, at least not yet, working at it. But anyway, I'm running along, and I was supposed to dive across the hood of his car, and, well, my coat kind of had something to do with the traction, but I jumped, and I kind of went right on the hood of his car, and it just kind of slid off. And then there was a photo we took. All of us were, kind of sitting or standing on his car. I think Matt went to jump off the car, and his buckle or something on his shoe just kind of all the way down the front of the car. It was hideous. So needless to say, all of us were just like, man, Kevin's car's through when this is finished. So, God help him. I hope he I hope his car's all right. But anyhow, Kevin, beautiful guy, lovely guy, hell of a person. I hope he just, I hope his car lives through this. Really, I really do. But all in all, I haven't had as much fun shooting movies as I have with Sleepy Hollow High. And I've done a lot of productions. In fact, I met Kevin. I was taking damage in this one film I was working on. Chris, similar situation. I was some character slapped up against the wall getting pistol whipped by some Jamaican dude. But anyway, whatever it's been, it's always been some sort of action work one way or another. I'm great at physical comedy or that sort of stuff. I'm constantly getting beaten around and that sort of thing. I've had loads of fun on these shoots, and of course, I'm sure I'll do a million more. That is, unless Kevin does take the thing about his car personally.
My name is Megan Lopez, and I play the role of Shannon. Shannon's character is, I guess you could say, a badass. Am I allowed to say that? She's moved around a lot of her life. She's never really adjusted well to situations, and coming to Sleepy Hollow High, she doesn't know anybody. She's a new girl in town, and her past is, she's had a lot of problems. She's tried to commit suicide a couple times. She's done a lot of drugs, and she tends to hang with the bad crowd, I guess you could say. And she has no idea what she's expecting when she comes to Sleepy Hollow High, and as she does with all other times she's moved. And it's sort of hard for her to adjust at first. She sort of keeps it to herself and lets people come to her, and then she starts to open up, I guess, as the movie continues, and finds some interest in one of the fellas. And being on the set was a lot of fun. There was a lot of jokes and a lot of Terry, for one, who he kept everyone laughing and smiling. I said everyone on the crew was awesome. Kevin, our producer, helped me out a lot when I couldn't quite get the lines right or you know, couldn't quite feel the moment. He would help me out. And Chris was an amazing cinematographer, of course. I've seen some of the footage, not all of it yet, and I'm excited. Can't wait.
Hi, I'm Terrence J. Arth. I'm Chris's brother. I was did a lot of things in this movie. I was the boom operator, which I greatly enjoyed. I've been doing that for like 8 years, you know. And I was Scary Hands. Let's see. This was my first time in a movie being Scary Hands, you know. It's like this. And I got the, you know, grope the lead actors, you know. It's a good call. It was a good job, you know. What was I? What else was I? Oh, I was Ruben's little pal in the back of the room, you know, during Mr. Brizo's class. I like Mr. Brizo a lot. He's a good guy. But me and Ruben had really a lot of fun that day. Ruben, well, between his naps, you know, he would like wake up, you know, and I'd like be pounding around with him, because we've been in a lot of movies together, you know. I've known Ruben for like just 5 years or something, you know. So we were like pounding around, you know. He didn't really like me pounding around with him, but I like tried to, you know, be pals with my friend Ruben, you know. He's a good guy, good friend to have, you know. And it was pretty realistic too, because when I was in high school.
My name's Josh Petrosky. The scene I was in was the classroom scene, and I was the sarcastic student. I had a profile shot. I took a bite out of a cupcake, and typically the student would put an apple on the teacher's podium. I took the half-eaten cupcake and put it there and kind of gave him a little cocky nod and left the room. That's about it. It was fun to work with Kevin and Chris and the rest of the gang. And I think it's going to be a great movie.
Before I made my feature film debut over 20 years ago in John Waters' Female Trouble. Then I had a nice part in Desperate Living that John Waters also directed. And then I did some films for Don Doler, a local science fiction filmmaker, and I went to California and was in Fred Olen Ray's Attack of the 60-Foot Centerfold, and I worked in Wilmington, North Carolina in Dracula's Widow, which was shot by Dino De Laurentiis at the time. And so Kevin had seen some of my work, and he had cast me as in the part of Mr. Brizo. I guess because everybody else he knew was young enough to be one of my students, so I was probably the oldest person he knew who could do the part. So that's how I got the part.
Now can you answer the question for us? Give me that. The question was, for whom did Hades venture out of hell to recapture?
Persephone. He was all up on Persephone.
Very good, Shannon.
Hi, I'm Maria Cooper, and I play Bobby in Sleepy Hollow. Hi. And today I'm going to talk about what happened on the set in certain scenes. Like, for instance, I didn't think that Bobby had enough lines, so I wanted to give her more of a spotlight. So whenever Kevin or Chris would give me the go-ahead to say how Bobby felt, I would try to like just give her more lines, so that way the camera would be more on her. And like, for instance, the scene with me and Z and oh, he's gonna kill me for not thinking of his name, but the nerdy guy. When we're driving down, and we're just supposed to be like, I forget, I don't even remember what the real lines were, but by the time we finished, we took so many hours trying to shoot this scene, because every time we would shoot it, I would say something different, and I would say some more lines and some more lines, but they worked it out, and it turned out pretty good from what I hear.
Whoa! Hey, baby! You know, I had dreams about you in your boxer shorts last night, dripping in chocolate, looking all luscious, with snitch written all across your chest. Woo!
Kim, who was like the angel on the set, she had a house that was like on walking distance because we were shooting out in the woods. And Kim, on this particular day that I had diarrhea, she decided that she was going to take her hawks hunting. And so I was thinking, oh my goodness, what I'm going to do if she's gone and the house is locked up, then I won't have nowhere to go. So I went to her and she looked up all these remedies for my situation, and she said I needed some Imodium. So I was trying to be so discreet about it, and so I went back to the set and I asked, I think the first person I asked was probably Chris, and no, Kevin. It was Kevin. Kevin, I said, Kevin, do you have any Imodium? And he's like, well, no, I have some Advil or something like that. And then Chris said, what is it that you need? And I said, I need some Imodium. And he said, how about some Tylenol or some Advil? And then George comes over, Imodium, anti-diarrheal, so everybody knew that I had diarrhea. And it was just funny. And then after that, everybody just kept on teasing me about like all these jokes, and whenever it was some mud on the ground and they would say, oh, Maria, did you do that? Or I was just the butt of the jokes that day. I think we made a great ensemble. I don't even though, Kevin would, or Chris would, have his little temper tantrums every now and then, but not too often. For the most part, everybody, we all got along great. And especially Terry and his wife, you should ask him to see his picture. I never saw his headshot. That's what they kept talking about. But I like to see it one day. But I saw a picture of his wife and the little 12-year-old girl. But it was like a lot of jokes. Everybody just kept laughing. You wouldn't even think this was a horror film, because it was always upbeat and filled with a lot of energy. And I really looked forward to working on the set. And it's a shame. Well, it's a good thing that it's wrapped up and it's done and it's completed. But I would love to work with you guys again. So catch you on Sleepy Hollow Part 2 after we're all dead. No, maybe we might graduate and go to our prom or something like that. But see you then. Nice working with you guys.
What's the matter with you?
Would you take it easy? It's just me. She's got a mean backhand, don't she? Jeez, yeah.
Was that you out there in the woods?
What? Never mind. What do you want?
Come on, you guys. Mr. E's looking for you.
Okay.
Taking on the role of Mr. E, which as a character itself kind of developed while we were filming, in particular the sequence with Z and Mr. E where Z whips the gun out in his face, that really suddenly shifts Mr. E's personality completely into a whole nother category, which was Chris's recommendation when we first shot the scene. I was playing Mr. E as a very one-dimensional, tough kind of guy, and when we got to that sequence, Chris said, no, try and make him really like, soft and scary, and this guy's kind of a wimp. And so I'm thinking, okay, quick personality check here. We're literally filming the scene, and I'm trying to get a gauge on what might work better. So I said, so you think maybe something along the lines of a Woody Allen type of very, jellyfish kind of character. And he's like, yeah, that's it. And bang, that was instantly we created dual personalities for Mr. E, which was interesting and kind of fun to play out in that kind of category. And the production itself, I've done a lot of low-budget films, been involved with a lot of low-budget films, and this is by far one of the best experiences I have ever had at any level. It was a team effort from start to finish. No one individual is responsible for how this film has turned out. It is, everyone really went the extra mile to create something that was believable, has a lot of energy to it, and just a film that transcends its budget, which is what our goal was, to show people what our capabilities are with no resources, so that hopefully one day we can expand upon those resources into a whole nother category.
Diana! Diana! Yo, D! Come on, slacker!
Doing my hair every morning was a challenge. I had to get it sort of similar to how it was the day before, and that always took some time. And it always looked a mess anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And I wore tons of makeup, which I am wearing now, as you can see. The glitter, neon green glitter, or big neon glitter, as the bands call it. And overall, it was a great experience, and it was my first film, actually. The first film I've ever done speaking. I've had a couple of extra parts in some big movies, but this was my first one, and it was such a learning experience. And hopefully, you won't see me learning through the camera, but it helped me out a lot, and I've learned so much, like, from everyone else, because everyone else are veterans or whatever you want to call it, and I'm the beginner. So hopefully this will help my career out, you know. Going to New York, and plan on going there in about 6 months, going to school. And now I have a movie under my belt, Sleepy Hollow High. Right.
Perfect.
Action!
You okay?
What?
You look tired.
Yeah, so what?
You know, I spoke with your parents recently.
Cut! Action!
You got an offer from Penn State. That's a good school.
Who cares?
Your parents, for starters.
Yeah, the great pretenders.
Hey, that's not true.
And what do you know, huh?
I know you have a choice.
And I know your choice wasn't Sleepy Hollow High. Not quite UCLA now, is it?
What do you know about that?
Oh, I get around, remember? Let's see. Though his actions were initially defensive, his unwillingness to disengage from the fight, as well as injuries inflicted upon the student, indicate poor anger management, inconsistent with his duties as student advisor.
Cut! Listen. Action!
Shay, this isn't about me. It's about you.
I see why they had their concerns.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really. I didn't mean to do that.
Right.
Action!
Are you sure this is such a good idea?
What? That we're gonna start a fire? It's freezing out here.
God, there's no electricity for any light, and maybe with the, Diana will come back if she sees the fire. Come on, give me your lighter.
Fine. Let's try that again. Action!
Do you think this is such a good idea?
What, that we're gonna start a fire? Come on, it's freezing out here, and I'm freaked out enough.
Cut. You ready? Action.
Are you sure this is such a good idea?
What? That we're gonna start a fire? It is freezing out here. I'm freaked out enough about it as it is. Maybe Diane will come back if she sees some light. Come on, give me your lighter.
Fine.
Cut. We have speed. Terry, you ready?
I'm ready.
Action. With that pumpkin man out there somewhere?
What? What did you just say?
Action. Yeah, think about it, man. I mean, I really did a number on him last night. Like, you know, he could have just snapped, just bang, just going schizo and everything, man. You know, now he just wants to kill me.
So you're saying we've got nothing to do with it?
Hey, screw you, man. He might be out here to kill all of us. Action.
You don't have any smokes, do you?
I thought you didn't smoke.
I don't, but I think now might be a good time to start.
Action.
You don't have any smokes, do you?
I thought you didn't smoke.
I don't, but I think now might be a good time to start.
Action.
Oh, shit.
One more time. And action.
Oh, shit.
Cut. Action.
Oh, shit.
Cut. Action!
There you go, not so fast. There you go. Up, up. Okay, cut.
We got it.
Jay!
One more time.
Jay!
Action!
Bobby! Bobby! Oh my God! Oh my God! What has he done?
Oh my God. This is not good. Definitely not good. Action!
I feel like I haven't slept in days. Man, we should bail. No, I've been having some wicked dreams lately. I think it was from that stash.
Speak of the devil. Here comes trouble.
What's up, girls? Where the big E at?
Whatever. Still crushing on you? Bite me. How about I pet you? You want to go? Right here? Right now?
Get up off that. Check me out. Speaking of which, need a little candy for the road?
That last shit you sold me was foul. What are you trying to do to us, huh? I'm still seeing pizzas in the sky.
The buzz to keep on giving.
Man, you said shit was pure. What are you trying to sell, huh?
You better back up off me, little Miss Ivory. Get what you pay for, you understand?
Yeah, well, I didn't pay for much.
You get what you pay for, little Miss Suicide Girl. What do you care? I know you.
Hey, whoa. Hey, you guys need to ice down.
Let's do this, all right?
Hey, guys. Ice down. It's going to be a long school year.
Hey, come on.
Hey, it's going to be a long school year if we all can't get along, all right? Well, speaking of which, where's,
Hey, fellow trash buddies.
There he is. All right, you guys know the drill. You don't sign a voucher, you don't graduate for the senior prom. Got it? I said got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we can all fit in my car.
I ain't leaving my ride here, man. You can forget that.
Fine, Z. You can follow us. No tangents, okay?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, I know you're cool. All right, guys, let's hit it.
Did I hear that? Action! My mother is harder than that. Punk.
This is a wild audio take for scene 5167.
You're doing a wild audio. Why is he all the way over there?
Cut. Action.
Jay! Look out!
Action.
Okay. Brace yourself.
Scream Queen? Haha. I was tired. I fell asleep. It's a big deal. Have you ever had one of those dreams that's so real?
Action.
Scream Queen? Haha. I was tired. I fell asleep. Big deal. Jerk! Good. Do you ever have one of those dreams that's so... I get around, remember? Let me dig into my files. Oh, there it is. Though his actions were initially defensive.
Action.
That's I saw that coming.
All right. You are the man.
Let me hear that audio real quick.
You want more of a grunt?
Yeah. Yeah. Just really, you know.
Football style.
Go for it, man.
I was between a grunt and an oif.
Or Maria style. One or the other.
Oh, baby.
Here we go.
There are stars.
They're here.
Action! Yeah, give me more of an Ruben, you can give one of your famous sound effects too, okay?
He saw.
No, not
He saw.
a grunt, okay?
It sounded good. Scotty, it sounded good.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Scary.
Just really be vicious. All right, is everybody ready? Excellent.
Ruben, I think you timed your move towards Matt a little too late on that one too.
Really?
Okay, is everybody ready? Like a half step.
Let's roll sound.
Speed.
Action.
It's great looking so happy.
Do we need these pencils or not?
Thank you. No, we don't.
Joanne.
Here's a Oh, no fresh pencil.
That's all right. Yeah, good.
Oh, so we get it down. They still teach Latin in high school nowadays.
Hold on.
Was it offered?
No. I'm Spanish and French.
Oh, okay.
See, George, that's what happens when you go to high school during the Roman Empire.
Yeah. We used to have Latin. Okay, well, that was one of the options. That was this whole expression. Latin is a language, dead as it can be. First it killed the Romans, and now it's killing me.
So did that joke.
Well, see, I get no respect.
Wow.
Actually, it's funnier when you say it in Latin, George. It's funnier in Latin.
Yeah, right.
All right, ready?
We're ready.
No.
What's your line, George?
Good. Now, question. Good. Now, can you answer the question for us?
All right, let's see it one more time.
This is for the ladies.
Come here, Ruth.
200 feet. That was excellent, Megan. Excellent. You didn't make us waste any film. Unlike Matt, who couldn't hold a piece of cardboard properly. Some of that.
Well, I tell you what, he's so grateful for any help he receives, isn't he? I was gonna say. Can we do it this time without the boom in the way? I mean, jeez.
I give people credit when they do a good job.
Oh, okay.
Such a Hollywood wannabe. That's why he's here.
I know.
He's a little taste of Hollywood. Okay, what is the next shot?
Do that once more.
Gotta get a
And then kind of pause.
gotta get a good shot. Gotta get a good crack.
Everybody's taking turns snapping the sticks. I think that's great.
Mr. E? Larry? Change your mind?
Is that where the boom is going to be?
Terry, you're not pointing at her, you're pointing at the ground. Try that. Say your lines.
Mr. E? Larry? Change your mind?
What are we looking like?
Try it again.
Mr. E? Larry? Change your mind?
We just when she pegs, she's at 0. So okay. Roll sound. Speed. Action.
Mr. E? Larry? Change your mind?
The
Is there still a problem?